your backs. I'm just going to say stood up for a second, or sat up at least, so I can welcome people to the vid. You guys can come on down onto your backs into recline butterfly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you're practicing with us today. We are here in our pirate costumes, ready, my hearties, for this session. A nice fast-flowing power session, working through several rounds. We'll see how we get to. We might have a costume malfunction, but that's okay. So we're going to start on our backs today in a recline butterfly. So taking the soles of the feet together and allowing yourself to roll down through the spine, letting the knees drop out to one side. Enjoy that little arch that comes into the lower back. No pressure to switch on the abs just yet. You can take the arms up above the head, or you might want to rest one on the heart center and one on the belly. Just feeling that breath swell the belly as you inhale. Closing those eyes and letting go of the breath. Just letting the breath serve you. What do you need from the breath today? Do you need a bit of energy to power you through this class? Do you just need a bit of headspace? Just take a little note of what you're trying to get from this breath and breathe it in. Obviously not much time available to consider other things going on in life when you're powering through this fast-paced flowing session. So just take another few breaths here, really allowing yourself to settle down onto your mat. If you've just rolled out of bed, try not to drop back off to sleep. Full breaths in and out. Just a little reflection on the hips. Do they feel even this morning as you laid here? Do the knees feel at the same level, or do you feel a bit wonky? I'm in the wonky category, I have to say. Inhale. Final time, exhale. Beautiful. All right, bringing the feet down towards the mat, so the soles of the feet are down. Bring the heels towards the hips. If you reach down, you should be able to just tickle the heels there. We're going to flow up and down in a nice dynamic bridge. Get the spine warmed up. So pressing down into the heels. Keep the knees nice and stable as you inhale, floating up to the ceiling with the hips. You can get the arms floating above the head if you like as well. Nice passive shoulder stretch there. All right into the quads. Feel those glutes squeeze, and then exhale, slowly reconnecting each vertebra with the floor as you roll back down till that lower back touches base, and then off we go again. Inhale, rise up. Nice work. Exhale, release. And then making this our last one, but we're going to hold our bridge nice and high. So inhale, rise up. Floating up to the top, so a bit of a squeeze through the back body. From here, start to circle the wrists. So a few circles one way, and a few circles the other way. Just get them nice and mobile as well. Well done. Start to release down once more, returning the spine back to the floor, and then hugging your knees in from here. Pretend you are a little ship on your pirate ship, and you're going to rock from side to side in those rough seas. We're going sideways, we're going this way, that way, forwards and backwards. We're going to rock and roll up and down a little bit as well, along the spine if you can. So you can always take a bind around the back of the knees. So going side to side, backwards and forwards, just gently warming up the spine here. Perfect. All right, rolling away all the way up to seated from here. Cross those legs, bring the hands out in front, and start to step back into a plank. Walk those hands underneath the shoulders, press away with the heels, engage the quads, lift up those kneecaps, and then taking the weight forwards, lowering down into your low plank. Inhale, lift up through the chest, find your upward facing dog, drop those hips down, keep the gaze looking forwards, keep the neck nice and long, and then exhale, rolling back and finding your way into your first down dog of session. My microphone's lost its little hat. We'll get that bad boy back on. So pedaling out through the heels, roughly the feet want to be about hip distance, and on the hands about shoulder width apart. That index finger facing forwards. You can have a little sway round through the hips like a palm tree on an island in a breeze. Wonder how many of these I can slip into the combo. Thousands. Feel free to chirp up, Chris. I can always repeat because you've not got your mic on. Nothing about Rogering the cabin boy though, please. All right, lengthen out those arms. Lift those hips to the sky. One more breath in. And now, nice work. Take the gaze towards the thumbs. And for this first one, just creep the feet forwards, bringing the toes right underneath the hips. Inhale, find a lovely flat back, either with the fingertips down or maybe hands onto shins. Take a breath. And exhale, rolling down through the spine. Again, just let yourself hang here. So move the weight forwards into the balls of the feet. And try and stack the hips over the heels. If you feel like you're sitting back a little bit too much, roll forwards a tiny bit. And you really feel that difference down the back of the legs. Crown of the head hanging towards the ground. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's soften there. En route to rise, inhale all the way up. Fingertips either coming together or just allow them to be facing each other. Take a little squeeze of the glutes and a tiny back bend, nothing too spectacular. And bringing your hands through heart center all the way back down. Let's take a little hop back and find our plank. Kneeling plank is an option, but full plank is preferable. We could even walk the plank. Oh, we have pirate music off soon. We set that off. That was good. Inhale, Jolly Roger, here I come. Low down, low plank. I've got the giggles now. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Stretch out, reach out for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's make our way to the front of our mat, starting with round 1, move 1. Feet to hip distance apart. Sweep on up. Find that lovely elongated spine in your chair pose. Dropping the weight into the heels. We're just going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to hop it out. Find a wide chair. Back in, narrow chair. Wide chair, narrow chair. Nice strong core here. Keep going. In, out, or slow it out. You could even take a tap if you wished for 5, 4. Now keep those hips nice and low. 3. If the arms getting tired, bring them to heart center. 2. And 1. Well done. Take the hands down. Hop back. Find that plank. Down to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Round 1, we're just going to drop onto the knees. I'm going to show you from table, and then you can extend it into plank if you wish. We're going to take float opposite arm, opposite leg to the ceiling. So you've got that nice stretch out through the body. And then we're going to pulse. So we're going to kick up as well as lift up through the arm. Now try and relax the shoulders away from the ears. For 3, 2, 1. Swap it over. So right leg extends, left arm extends, and we pulse. So you can either point the toe or flex the foot. For 3, 2, and 1. So next round, you can take that from plank if you want. All right, untuck the toes, find your long plank, exhale, low plank. Lots of plank, inhale, up dog, back to down dog. And from there, extending into our down dog with a leg lift. So taking your right foot to the sky, stretch out, make sure the hips are square to the floor, keep those fingers spread out as well. And from here, we're going to take a lower down to the floor. So just simply bring the big toe on that right foot to the floor and then squeeze, activate that right glute as you lift the leg back up. So we're going to lower down with a straight leg, not a bent one, and squeeze. And lower. See if you can press down through the left heel a bit more. Squeeze and lift. So you're really finding lots of extension through both legs. And 2 more, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Well done. So we're really focusing on the control. Swap sides. Left leg extends this time, right heel presses down towards the earth. Just a gentle tap of that left toe on the floor. Try not to open out through the hips as you lift up. Keep the hips square to the ground. For another 3. Really firing up that glute. 2. And for 1. Now our active rest pose. We're going to hop to seated, and then we're going to have a little test of your coordination. So like you're taking a seated spinal twist, you're going to take the left leg out and take the right leg over, okay? So like we're about to twist, but we're going to fold that left leg underneath, okay? So this is our twisted seated position. We're going to take an inhale here, and then we're going to walk our hands round towards the left as we pivot and come to the opposite side. Look at that, like magic. So you can feel that into the glutes. Inhale, and this time we pivot to the right. We walk the hands around the back, like a little crab. And if it's not working into that full spinal twist leg, you can just come from cross-legged. So we're rolling one way and the other, okay? For another 3. It is a really nice stretch. through the outside of the hips if you can get that leg crossover. 2. And a final 1. Well done. Roll the weight forwards, hands plant. That's round 1 done. Let's go round 2. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Back to your down dog. Stretch out. Have a little reset for 3, 2, and 1. Now see if you can bring the hips nice and high and the legs quite straight as you float the feet towards the hands. Stand landing softly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Crown of the head moving towards the earth, extending through the spine, decompressing the spine. 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, soften a bit more. You can bend the knees if you need to. And then rise up tall. Reach up. Let's find chair. Inhale. Exhale, down we come, weight into the heels, find that chair. Now if you find these jump in and outs is too much, you can just hold chair, that's cool. Otherwise, feet wide and back to centre. Wide, and then when I say centre, hip distance apart, but keep it low. 5, speed up a bit if you want. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settle back into chair. Shoot the right foot behind you. Coming into a crescent lunge. Option to bring the hands to the heart centre if you want. We're going to take knee drops. Take a breath. Exhale, drop that back right knee down. And then squeeze back up. Making sure we keep this left knee nice and stable. And over that front left ankle. Lower and lift. Lower. Lift. 1 more. Lower. Lift. Perfect. Push off with the right foot. Bring it underneath the right hip. Step back with the left. So option hands at heart centre, option arms in the air if you want a bit more. Lower and lift. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, really working into toning those thighs. 2, testing the balance as well. And 1, float both hands down, frame that right foot, step back, find your plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog, nice work. Exhale to down dog, stretch it out there for 3, 2, and 1. Let's give this a go from plank this time. So table or plank, extending the left arm and the right foot and taking those pulses if you can catch the balance for 3, 2, 3, and 1. Swap it over. Right arm extends, left arm plants. Let's go. Squeeze. So making sure hips and shoulders are square to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Drop onto the forearms. We're going to take hip rolls. So forearms can be planted or you can interlock the hands. Make sure the hips and the heels are in alignment and start to roll from one side on the exhale to the other. So you're inhaling back to centre. Think about that lovely long back side to the body. Keep squeezing those abs nice and tight for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hands plant underneath the shoulders. Let's transition. Exhale, low plank. You can have a rest if you prefer. Inhale, up dog. Back to down dog. Are we ready for those dog? With that glute squeeze as we lift through our right leg first. Heel to the sky. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that right foot down with control and then squeeze to lift again. So we've added a pulse in this time, as well as a lift and a lower. So you can take that out or you can keep it, it's up to you. So we're lifting, lowering with control that right leg, maybe those little pulses at the top. Swap in sides when you're ready. Inhale over the left leg. Maybe pulse, maybe just lift and lower. Making the practice your own for another 3, 2, and for 1. Well done. Sink to the knees. Find your nice strong table pose. More work for the glutes. We're taking glute raises from table. So again, extend the right leg first. So pointing the toes, we're going to start to really push the heel towards the ceiling. If you prefer to flex the foot, that's fine. Right, but if you have the toes coming towards the shin and the foot flex, you're really working on the quads. Okay, so really pressing in here. Try not to take all the way over to the left. Another 3, 2, making these squeezes work for you, not just throwing a leg around. 2, 1, swap sides. Take the left leg up. Inhale, exhale, let's go. Squeeze. Keep going. Distributing that weight evenly between the left and right side of the body. 2 more breaths. And then we're going to work into that funky old seated twist. with a rock and roll to boat to boot. All right, find your way back to table. Tuck the toes, lift the sit bones high. We're not going to transition on this one. We're going to go straight into that seated pose. So see if you can land softly. Lift up and float. Well done. So if you want to take that first extension, take the left leg out long, take the right leg over. If that helps, if you know where you're going, off you go. Inhale. So you can feel this all the way down the outside of the right hip, rolling around the back of your mat. Bringing the right knee under the left. Inhale. Exhale, swizz it around the other way. That's it. So you're coming underneath with the left knee, this time underneath the right. Maybe to keep on sitting up nice and tall on this one. Working round one more time. Bringing the sit bones down nice and even. Inhale. And release. Okay, unfill those legs. We're going to take a little rock and roll as we did at the beginning of the warm-up, and we're going to see if we can land in a boat. So we're going to take 5 rolls. So you can take a bind behind the back of the thighs if you want, or if you want to take a bind, you can go straight onto the toes. It doesn't really matter. So think about tucking the chin to the chest and find that nice rounded spine, okay? That's going to help you with that nice gentle rock. 1, and back up. So you can play around with this if you like, trying to just catch the balance at the top, rather than letting the feet come down. 2. Squeeze onto those abs. They're going to be what's controlling you. Final time. Okay, see if we can catch that balance at the top. Lift up tall through the spine. Can we extend those legs? Finding either a wide variation of boat or bringing the legs together into that nice, long, narrow boat shape. Nice, well done. Hold it there for 3 and 2. And 1, there you go. Chris is coming out with the jokes. Galleon, not boat. I was about to say something about a narrow boat being a Viking, but it's not, it's a long boat. Ignore me. Inhale. Hey, Vikings could be good. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Back to down dog. You're doing ace at home, well done. Take the gaze to the front of the mat. Floating your way forwards. That can be a shield maiden. Inhale, strong, long spine. Squeeze that belly before you release into your fold. So again, just check the feet are underneath the hips. Full breaths in and releasing to your fold. Hold it there for 3. Take a breath. 2. And 1. Let's go. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise up tall, reach up and sink down into chair. Holding your chair pose or working into those jump outs. Are we good? Let's go. Keep the sit bones low as we go. 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, well done, 2, and for 1, awesome stuff. Come back to center, extend the way with the right foot, back heel is lifted, we've got knee drops, hands can reach up to the sky, you can come to center at the heart there, lower down, squeeze to lift, making sure that the balance is good and that left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Keep going, we've got 2 more. Perfect, warrior 3 coming up. Okay, final 1. Now think about this transition. See if you can float your way forward and keep the hands at heart center, or you can have them out in front of you. Again, you might want to flex the foot or point the toes. It's entirely up to you. It just feels different in the leg muscles depending on which option you go for. Now with our warrior 3, just as before in down dog, we're going to have a go. As if you can lower down with that right big toe, tap the floor, and then squeeze to, oh, she's fallen over. Lift back up. So that's a good point actually, Jen, well done. If you find this is too wobbly, you can always take the hands down and soften that left knee a little bit. So we're slowly squeezing, lifting, and lowering that back foot. For another 3. It's a really juicy one on this left standing leg. 2. And 1. Inhale to rise, well done. Take the left foot back this time. We've got our crescent lunges. Arms can come high, remember, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, down we go. 5, 4. See if you can let the knee touch the mat. 2 more. Doing really well. 1 more. Okay, fly my pretties. Head into your warrior 3. Kick up, find that lovely T-shaped balance. And if it feels okay, you don't have to take this option. Lower down the left toe and then squeeze to lift. So it's just a little bit more work for your glutes. And obviously your focus and your balance and your lower back. So keep stretching out long to make it super challenging. You can always take the arms out in front of you. We've got 1 more, little tap down and lift. Good. Inhale, float up nice and high, stretch up tall, have a little back bend if that feels nice, and then float all the way back down to your high plank. Hop it back, and when you're ready, descend into your low plank. Inhale, up dog, back to down dog. Okay, table or plank with our Superman. If you don't want to pulse, just hold. We're going to float left hand out, right leg long. So stretching away, fingertip away from toe, little pulses if you can, keep the gaze down, back of the neck long, for 3, 2, 1, swap it over. Make sure you've got that alignment of the shoulder over that left wrist. Keep those hips steady, she says, wobbling everywhere. For 3, 2, activate the leg and arm. And 1, well done. Drop down to your forearm plank. Let's go with those hip rolls. So squeeze in, so we don't want saggy hips, and we don't want the hips piked up in the air. We want them nice and level. So we're rolling left hip down, inhaling through center, right hip down. Well done, keep going. For another 3, 2, and 1, perfect. So take the hands underneath the shoulders here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work between plank and upward facing dog. So inhale, exhale, drop the hips down. Okay, rolling back to plank, lowering the hips, opening up through the front body, and lifting. So you can do this with the toes tucked, or on the tops of the feet, which is a nice stretch out of the ankles. For another 3, building up some heat now. This bandana is hot. 2, and 1, well done. Tuck the toes if they're not there already. Let's lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog, back to down dog, and just take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, let's go, down dog. Inhale, float up that right foot. If you can, take 3 pulses, or just slowly lift and lower. So with all of our lowering maneuvers, we want to try and resist the effects of gravity here, and use the muscles to control the flow, rather than just letting the leg flop down to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Right foot down, left foot lifts. Inhale. And lower. And lift. And lower. See if you can press that right foot down towards the floor a bit more. So stretching out long. 1 more lift. 1 more lower. Bring the left foot to meet the right. And drop down into table. We've got our glute burners. So taking the right leg long, pointing towards the back edge of your mat. Start to squeeze. You just need to take a little pulse here. Back of the neck as long as you gaze down between the hands. So mixing up a little bit. So 5, 4, 3. We go a bit higher, make the range of movement a bit deeper, but not maintaining. So we don't want to turn this into a back bend. You want to keep that core squeezed. All right, let's swap sides. Right knee under, right hip, extend the left. So keep strong through the belly so you don't arch the lower back. For 5, 4, 3, oh, one of my favorites coming up, froggy dog. 2, and 1, well done. Bring the big toes to touch, and then lift the sit bones high. From here, extend the knees out wide, so you're sitting down towards your heels. Okay, so you're walking into that froggy dog, and just pulse in here. So take the knees out as wide as you can, really pressing the heels together for 5. So a bit of a hip opener for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the sit bones, readjust the feet so they're hip distance apart, take the gaze forwards. Let's hop to seated. Alrighty, taking your twisted variation. Remember that top leg, it's the opposite way of which you want to twist. So if you've got your right leg on top, you're twisting to the left, and vice versa. Inhale, exhale, walk the hands around you, keeping the feet where they are, maybe just sinking back down onto the sit bones. Take a breath. Feel that lovely stretch from the outside of your top leg. Roll it back the other way. It's a bit of primal movement involved here as well. Sit up tall, make sure both sit bones are even. Inhale, 1 more. Roll it round. We're back into your little beautiful twisted pose here through the legs. Cow face legs. Inhale and exhale. Okay, unravel. We are going straight into that rock and roll boat, ending up with a twisted boat at the end. Okay, here we go. Tuck the chin to chest. Let's go. Roll it and lift and roll and lift, long spine. You can take the hands off if you want to make it more challenging. Okay, 2 more. Get a nice massage on the back here as well. 1 more, and holding in bows. Here we go, lift up, press and lift the chest, maybe take a hold of the back of the legs, around the toes, whatever feels right for your boat. You might want to release completely, sending the arms towards the sky or out in front, maybe palms turn up. Feel that expand through the front of the chest, and that squeeze of the core, lower back working hard as well, for 3, 2, 1. See if you can bring both feet together and take a hold of both big toes with the left hand. Extend away through the legs, so you can have the legs bent, that's fine. Lift up with the right arm, inhale, and see if you can open out the right arm towards the back end of your mat, taking a gaze over towards the right hand side. So taking a lot of concentration this one. Keep that lift up through the lower back though. Don't want you to feel like you're rounding through the spine. Okay, let's swap over. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe bend the legs just to take that rebind with the right hand. And then lifting the left arm up and over. Maintaining that strong core as we twist. For 3. Nice work. 2. And 1. Good. Releasing the bind. I'm getting closer and closer to the front of my mat. Taking the hands onto the floor. Shuffle, 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 Jen. All right, here we go. Back into that high plank position. Feel strong in your plank as you lower down into that low plank. Inhale, lift up dog. Beautiful. Exhale to down dog. And to the front of the mat, we float. Toes to thumbs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold, release. I feel like I'm drowning in sash. Are you drowning in your shirt? Good. All right, bend the knees. Inhale to rise. Have a little reshuffle around. Make sure the pants aren't falling off. And let's find chair. Feet hip distance apart. Let's go down. We go to start off. You can just hold it there if you like. Or join me with these little squeeze and hop outs. So really making sure you've got those abs switched on. So you're not jeopardizing the lower back here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to your original chair pose. Throw out that right foot. Find your crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Drop. Knee drive. 5, 4, 3. So really nice stretch out here for the hip flex on that right leg. Final time. Lift and float. Find your balance. Warrior 3. Kick up high with the back leg. Now you can extend the arms out behind. Hands at heart center. Wherever you like. Just make sure that the chest and hips are facing down and not opening out into what would be a standing half moon. Now if you can, lower down and tap behind you with your right big toe. And then engage the glutes and the hammy a little bit. And lift back up. Really challenging the focus and the balance on this one. Making it quite a dynamic balance rather than a static balance. 1 more. Lower. And lift. All right, now I want you for the first one on this, take your hands down towards the floor. So bend this left leg low. You might not be able to see with my baggy pants, but we're going to flow this right knee behind, like you're about to take a curtsy, towards the outside of your left knee, so to the back of your left knee. We're then going to slide that right knee down towards the ankle and then squeeze back up, okay? Slide down. Wow, that's a glute burner. And lift. Slide down. Ooh, and lift. Are you ready? 1 more. Lower. And lift. Fantastic. Float the right foot back next to the left. Inhale, sweep up tall. And exhale, release the left foot back. Let's go. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Down we go for 5, 4. Think about the torso staying nice and tall. 2. And 1. Floating forwards. Think about big toe, little toe, heel. Really pressing down into that base foot as you extend away into a warrior 3. And if you feel like taking that left big toe with a straight leg to the floor. So try and keep that left leg straight as you do. You're really working into the glute. Well done. Hold it there. Keep going. For 3, 2, and 1. So take the hands to the floor. If you want to make it harder, you take the hands into a prayer, but I think this is hard enough. So bringing the left knee to the back of the right knee, you're then going to slide that left knee down towards the ankle and then lift back up. So we're lowering and lifting. Lowering and lifting. Keep going. See if you can keep that back foot off the floor. Lower And lift, one more for fun, we've got this. Lower, and lift, well done. Float that left foot back next to the right. Bend the knees, inhale, right up tall, stretch out, and float down. Expand the arms, taking the hands to the floor, step or hop back, find your plank. Kneeling plank is cool. Taking the low plank, taking a walk of the plank, lifting up through the chest, and back into your down dog. Option here to drop to the knees or take plank. We've got our Superman pulses, opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm going left arm, right leg first. You take your pick. So really use this to focus on the hands as well. So pressing down into the fingertips, so you're sort of dragging them out a little bit. 3, 2, and for 1. Well done. Swap it over, hold that strong plank. Remember, you can always bring down the opposite knee if you want a little bit more of a base. Pulse it out. Well done, keep going. It's a coordination test, if anything else. 3, 2, 1. Bring the right hand down, drop to the knees. We've got those glute workouts. So if you find that this isn't doing as much as you'd hoped, what you could do is bend the knee, flex the foot, and push the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. So either with a straight leg, taking a lower and a lift, or a little pulse at the top, or you can flex the knee and push the foot to the ceiling. So whichever works for you. I quite like this lift and lower with an extended leg. For 3, 2, well done. And 1, swap sides. Right knee under right hip, left leg extends. Try to keep the weight even between both sides of the body. Squeeze it up. For 3, remember to control that descent as well. 2, are those abs switched on? And 1, beautiful stuff. Froggy dog, bring the feet together, bring the heels together, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, and pulse. Back we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoot forwards, find a high plank, and then come back again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Release the feet back to that parallel position underneath the hips. Scorpion pose coming up with an option with a chest dive. So take an inhale of the right foot. Open out the right hip towards the right side of your space. Bring the right heel towards the bum. Now you can hold here. You can gaze underneath your right arm if you like. So try and just stack the hips as much as you can. Or you can take the gaze forwards and take a really juicy chest dive, nose down, and press back up to your scorpion. Okay, and I'm going to take another 2 of those. Lower down, press back up. So really working on shoulder strength here, as well as that hip opener as you lift. Good, swap it over. We'll take 3 on the other side, or just hold. So left leg lifts. Exhale, extend, heel to bum. See if you can bring the right heel down a bit. Option to look under that left armpit if you like, or looking forward if you're taking those chest dives. Inhale, lower. Keep the elbows tucked in tight. Press back. 2 more. Lower. And press. Last one, lower. Nice little rest after this, ish. And release, if there's such a thing. Taking that hop to seated when you're ready. Bend those knees. Hips are high. Floating forwards. And working your way into your little twist. So right over the left, which means we're turning to the left. Or you can do this from that easy seated cross-legged position if you're finding that this is just too much on the old brain this morning. Inhale. Exhale, round we go. Not really moving the feet at all. They're staying pretty much the same. You might be pivoting onto a different edge, but you're not really moving the spacing. So tucking that bottom knee under as you come back through center. 1 more of those on each side, and then we're into our rock and roll boat. Our galleon on the 7 seas. Perfect. Well done. Extend those legs. Let's find our little rock and our roll. So hands behind on the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, let's go. Rocking, and rolling, and rocking, and rolling. So you can catch the balance at the top a little bit. You can always extend the arms out the way, as I said. We can have the arms out overhead if you can. For another 3, and a 2. Make sure you got that nice curvature to the spine. 1 more. Hang out at the top if you can. Can we lift up into boat straight off the bat? Yeah, we can. Inhale, rise up, arms tall, stretch it out, hold it there. 3, 2, ready for the twist. 1, left hand around both big toes, so you can catch that hold, that bind. So don't forget, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Lift up with the right arm, extend away with the right hand. So you want to keep the right arm at shoulder height if you can, finding as much twist from the waist here as you can. So think about the belly button moving across to the right side of the room rather than twisting through the shoulders too much. Inhale. Exhale. Can you lift the legs a little bit higher? Good. Come back through center. Swap over with the bind. Right toes. Right hand onto the toes, lifting up with the left hand. And maybe taking that extension there. So again, think about that belly button. Rotating around towards the left. Stretching out there. Perfect. We've got a bound angle bridge coming up. With a few pulses, of course. 2. And 1, releasing back through center. Bring the soles of the feet together and roll your way down onto the mat. So you're going to press into the outside edges of your feet here as we take a little inhale. We're going to exhale, squeeze up with the glutes, just as if you were taking a normal bridge. And when you get to that point where your groin is saying, oh yeah, we're going to take a little pulse. So you can take the arms out wide, you can take the arms up above the head or down by the side body. Okay, so you should be able to feel this strengthening into the ligaments across the front of your hips as well as working into the back body. So it's doing loads. For 3, 2, well done. And 1, all right, release the spine down to the floor, hug the knees in, give yourself a little rock and roll side to side. Now let's go, up, over, hands plank, shoot back, find your high plank. Exhale down to low plank, inhale up dog. Exhale back to down dog, bend the knees, float forwards, fingers and thumbs coming a lot closer together. Flat back, halfway lift, exhale, release, forward fold. Take a breath here. Inspecting the toes. And another one, inhale. And exhale, let's find chair. You ready? Inhale, rise up tall, squeeze in that belly, find that lovely zigzag shape. Remember, you can release the hands to the heart center if you prefer, and you can hold or hop it out. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Step back with the right foot, find your crescent lunge. So as before, option if you like, you can take the arms high or hands to heart center, dropping down that back knee. Whenever you're ready, just check the knees in line with the hips. For 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 3. Stabilize this front leg. Let's go. Shoot up tall and then seesaw forwards. So think about length rather than folding the chest towards the floor. Okay, it's not about how deep we can go, it's about how long we can get. Maybe taking that tap down with the back foot. Just the 3 on this side. And 2. And 1. Hands float to the floor, or keep them at heart center if you wish. Taking the right knee to the back of the left knee and dropping down into that curtsy type twist. Really working hard on that standing leg and glute. So keeping that back foot, that right foot off the floor. We've got another 1. Perfect, well done. From here, see if you can rise up to your full height, keeping that right foot off the floor. We're going to take the right foot, either pop it on top of the left or wrap it round. We're finding an eagle chair, wrap right over left with the arms as well. Fingertips to the ceiling, catch that balance. And let's drop the hips to the floor, rise up with the fingertips, shoulders away from the ears, hang out here. In your eagle balance, tie yourself in a massive knot here. Reaching up, stretching out for 3. Keep that butt moving back so the left knee's not going too far forwards. And 1, release, well done. Give yourself a little shake out and shoot the left foot back. Here we go. Left foot back. So what I'm saying about in line with the hips, if you have your leg out too wide, it does serve a purpose, but for this exercise, we want it in line with the hip. Arms high or hands to heart center. Let's go. Drop down with the back knee, squeeze to lift. Whoop, catch that balance, Jen. And lower. 2 more. Lift. Lower. Lovely. Feel that real extension through the spine. All right, let's go. Warrior 3. Shoot up, lift up. Remember about extending lengthwise rather than moving chest to the floor. Okay, maybe drop that back foot or just work on that back strengthener as you hold. I've got 1 more lift and lower, just taking 3 and then floating the hands to the floor. Bring the left knee to the back of the right, sliding the left knee down the outside of your right calf, keeping the left foot lifted, lowering lifting, 2 more, lowering, nice work. If you're finding it too easy, take the hands off the floor. Perfect, well done. Can we rise up from here? Inhale, lift, wrap the left leg around, maybe taking 1 bind, 2 binds. If that doesn't work for you, just pop the left foot on top of the left foot on top of the right foot. Left over right with the arms, back to the hands together. All that double bind at the elbows and the wrists. Fingertips lift, hips come down, squeeze and lengthen through the spine. Legs working hard, glutes hard, abs working hard, shoulders are getting stretched. It's all happening for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Release from there. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, floating down. We're going to hop back, find our high plank. Exhale down to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Back into down dog. And from there, we're going to miss out these next 2 rounds just because time. We're going to hop to seated. So bend the knees, lift the hips, floating forwards, finding our little twisteroo around the back of the mat. We're going to take the right leg over the left, base down through the hips. Inhale, exhale, pivot around the back of the mat, coming into your bind, your twist. So I'll demonstrate the other variation. If you've got cross legs rather than having that cow face leg, you can just simply work round the other way. So you're still getting a little bit of a rest, but we're finding some rotation through the spine, a bit of weight into the shoulders as well. Perfect, good stuff. Back to centre, little rock and roll into boat, and then we'll take some nice relaxing stretches. So chin to chest, rocking and rolling out there. Last little bit of core work for 3, 2, and 1. Good, hold it there, lift up tall with the chest, extend the arms, extend the legs. You might want to take a little bind here if that works for you. Full breath, lovely job for 3, 2, and 1. Well done, releasing all the way back down. We'll just take one of those bound angle pulses as well. So bring the soles of the feet together, let the arms come out wide or above the head, and let's lift up through the hips on the inhale. So squeezing the glutes, keeping the knees nice and heavy, pressing up as high as you can, taking a little pulse at the top edge of that range of movement for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, the backbone coming down to where it left off. Same little imprint left on the mat. Bring the knees together, plant down with the lower part of the back, extend both legs into the air. If you can, lift up with the shoulders, bringing the chin to the chest, and taking a lower with one leg or both. If you prefer to flutter the legs, scissor the legs, that's fine. Just whatever works for you. Last bit, a little bit of core work here. Fantastic. For 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bring the knees in, give yourself a little hug. Take both feet to the floor, extend the arms out wide, take a breath. Drop both knees to the right, take the gaze to the left if that feels comfortable. On the neck. Couple of breaths here, and then we'll switch to the other side. If you prefer to extend that top leg out, feel free if you've got the space. And then drawing back through centre with a little squeeze of the tummy, and exhaling your way to the left with the knees. As I was saying, you can extend that top leg if that feels nice. Just make sure that the shoulders are heavy. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come back through centre. Final happy baby. Peace sign fingers around the big toes or the outside of the feet if the flexibility is there. Taking the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Now you can have a little rock from side to side. I quite like to straighten out my left leg whilst keeping the other one bent and then switching over. So you can always bring the heel in towards the groin on this one to help with the balance. It just allows you to stretch out a little bit into each hamstring just to finish off. Got lots of works on the legs today, so give them a little stretch. All right, well done, folks. Settle yourself down here into your preferred Shavasana. Make it a bound angle, make it a full corpse pose, whatever you fancy. And just find that flow of breath once more. So, question is, did that breath serve you? Did you get what you needed from your practice today? Find that inhalation, find that renewed oxygen and energy coming into the body. And breathe out all that rubbish in the mind that we like to collect and sift through and revisit and makes us anxious. Just breathe it away. Taking 2 more breaths. And slowly just starting to move back into the body, giving yourself another little hug if you like, from side to side or backwards and forwards. You might want to roll onto your side or practice another one of those roll-ups. Coming up to seated, sit bones planted down, vertebrae stacked, taking the hands up in the air with a big breath in, and bring the hands down to your lovely, beautiful hearts on that exhale, and taking a little bow. Well done, folks. Perfect. Namaste. Top work, one and all. Top work at home.